Alrighty, we continue. This is Zach Gelb Show, coast to coast on the Infinity Sports Network. I loved watching Ole Miss this season. They're 8-1. They're on the verge of potentially going to the college football playoff with 3 games left in the regular season. What a special story it's been with Lane Kiffin and Trinidad Chambliss. And one of their tight ends, obviously, is Dae'Quan Wright, who leads the team in receiving touchdowns this year. And he's kind enough to join us right now. Dae'Quan, appreciate the time. Thanks so much for joining us. And how are you?
Yes, sir. I'm good. How are you, man?
Well, I'm doing fantastic. So I love the way that the team has responded the last 2 weeks. You faced your first moment of adversity with the fourth quarter not going your way up against Georgia. To respond the way the team has with 2 wins up against Oklahoma and South Carolina, just what does it say about the toughness of this team?
It says a lot. At the same time, we're glad, the adversity hit, when it did and not really later down in the season. It's never good to lose, it's always a lesson learned. But, just seeing how we, responded and how we shut teams out in the fourth quarter these past couple weeks, it's just been good. It's been an honor, to see how we came together after that loss. And it's just like it's just been different now.
And you guys were dominant through 3 quarters up against Georgia. What did you guys learn and what did you guys really take with how the fourth quarter didn't go your way? And how do you try to prevent that from happening again in the future?
We just got to, learn how to, finish better as a whole, in all three phases. We can't give them nothing, and we just got to, take care of ourselves and worry about us and be in the moment, and don't let the moment get too big for us.
Take me through your touchdown. I know you lead the team in receiving touchdowns this year. How about your touchdown snag up against South Carolina last week?
Oh yeah, so that play right there, it was really like I never ever thought I'd catch a touchdown on that play because it's always like it's like the little slam flat, so it's always like the last read in the progression for it. So I never got the ball on a play like that before, like throughout my career. So it was actually kind of good, catching that touchdown because I ain't never have never caught that pass in a game for real.
Yeah, it's kind of funny when you say that because when I'm watching it, and I don't know what the play call is, right? I don't know what the
Yeah.
read's supposed to be, but I go, oh, even though Trinidad had to improvise a little bit running around, I go, you were wide open and then you just glided into the end zone. It looked like a piece of cake to me, but that was something you weren't expecting.
Yeah. I just had to, use great awareness on that play.
So you started your college career at Virginia Tech. The last 2 years you've been with Ole Miss. Just how have you seen your game grow from year one at Ole Miss to what you've been able to do right now with the Rebels?
I've seen it grow a lot, man, especially in the run game. I'm pretty big on the run game, just, having that down pipe, just having that, look good and, be the best I can in the run game because, that's really what I wanted to prove on the most. So I think, just harping on that and, just learning, from other people and then my coach, just listening to him and him telling me what to do and how to do it. I think it's been real good and real helpful here at Ole Miss, and they've pretty done a damn good job.
What have you improved on the most in terms of run blocking to get the success that you guys have been able to get on the ground?
Really just like pad level footwork and strain, like really just strain, get the movement part, like just trying to be a bully and don't be out there getting bullied. So it's that's been a big part of like what I want to to harp on in the run game.
And what makes this team so special is the way that you guys have bonded so quickly in the last year or two. And there's been so many different transfers in the last 2 years with the transfer portal system just coming to Ole Miss. When Keywan Lacey elected to come over from Missouri, what did you think you guys were getting? And man, he's having one fun season this year.
Yeah, definitely a young bite, but a great bite. It's crazy, how good he really is. I never knew how good he was really gonna be because I never really got to see Keywan play before he came here. But just watching him, go off in the games, man, it's been great, man. He's tough, great kid. I love to see him play.
When did you know? Was there a moment in this offseason or even early on in the regular season when you said, okay, this guy's going to be a problem for the rest of the SEC?
Yeah, just really watching him. I know I seen him in practice one time. I see him catch a little bike field pass and break. Oh yeah, I just knew he was gonna be that deal. So and it definitely shows in the games too now.
Dae'Quan Wright here with us. Zach Gelb here with you on the Infinity Sports Network. For you, we talked about transferring over from Virginia Tech. How did you go through that process? Why did you say, okay, I'm going to go into the transfer portal? And why was Ole Miss the proper school and the right school for you to continue the rest of your college career?
Um, Me, I just feel like I wanted to be in a better league than the ACC. I always wanted to play in the SEC. I say, really one of the reasons why I went to Virginia Tech is because they gave my brother a scholarship to come with me. So, he came to Virginia Tech with me. So that was one of the reasons why I went up there. But, Yeah, I just wanted to be in a better league, and go play with, the tougher group, the SEC. And that's always been the best of the best. So, going through that process, it was a good process. Talking to, a lot of schools in the portal, stuff like that. Um, I know Coach Cox, he called me one day. He was at Bama at the time. He called me one day, talking to me, trying to, recruit me and stuff like that. Because, I knew Coach Cox out of high school. He recruited me when he was at UNCC. But he always talked about how he didn't want to come play for him over there. But I was talking to him though, and next thing you know, everything went on over there at Bama. And he called me one day. He was like, he's going to Ole Miss, and I'm like, I've been talking to Ole Miss a lot, so I seen what Lane Kiffin was doing. I seen how pre-scoring was being used, in a bowl game, and I seen how they get the tight ends the ball and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I made my decision.
Lane Kiffin, right? Such a personality, one of the best coaches in the country. You know so much about him, even when you aren't in his program. But what was your outside perception of Lane Kiffin? And what is your opinion now of Lane Kiffin being able to have him as your coach the last 2 years?
Like you said, man, a great coach, man. Just looking at his resume, hearing about him and what he did and his background. Now that I'm on his team, it all just is reality. Like I see it now with my own eyes, closer up. See how smart he is, and what he created in his mind. So like it's been good, being around him.
And you guys are having a really good season. Obviously, 8-1. You should be going to the college football playoff. You take care of business the next 3 weeks. We'll see where you lie in the SEC. But you know this, being in that locker room. Anytime a job opens up in college football, right? Florida opens up, LSU opens up. The first name out of people's mouths are Lane Kiffin. How do you guys just handle that? And is it at all a distraction?
Yeah, like we really don't get into it that much, we know Coach Kiffin a great coach. So I mean he's over here, he's winning. People gonna throw his name out there. When you running your program the right way, they gonna throw your name out there in the media and it's just gonna be this big old thing. But we just stay poised, we don't really get into all that. It's a business, so we just let it be what it is and we just handle our business.
Like you said, it's a business, right? He's got to take care of his business. You got to take care of your business. But with that being said, when people bring up a Florida or an LSU, they'll say, "Oh, it's a better job than Ole Miss." Do you guys get annoyed by that? Do you at all use that as motivation, or is it not something you're really paying attention to?
Yeah, it's not something we pay attention to, man. We just control what we can control, We just let them talk, man.
Yeah, and not everyone Dae'Quan Wright is fit for the transfer portal era. We've seen a lot of coaches not be able to adapt to it. Lane Kiffin obviously has adapted to it pretty well. What is the environment at Ole Miss that is there with the culture that allows so many guys from so many different programs to be able to come in and form this bond to get this really high level of football on the field each and every week?
Oh man, I just think like just from the coaching standpoint and how they be talking to the guys, the what they do for the guys. I think it just be good, man. It'd be good for the people that come out of the portal. I think they see like real quick, like yeah, it's gonna be like a real bond here. And then when they get here, like we welcome people, like how I got welcome. I feel like it was a real bond, like real quick. So I think like just having that and just having that at your place and your environment, your community, it's pretty good, to the people.
Dae'Quan Wright is my guest from Ole Miss. Hey, your quarterback in Trinidad Chambliss. I first got to hear his name because I'm a graduate of Temple University, and there was a lot of talk that he was going to join my Owls in this offseason. But now he lands at Ole Miss. Wasn't even the starter to begin the season, but now he's playing like he's one of the better quarterbacks in the country. We see so much from the outside, and it's entertaining. But you being a teammate of Trinidad, just what is that like, and what can you tell us more about him?
But yeah, so it's been great with Trinidad. Like I said, he come to work every day. He keep the same attitude. He stay poised. He's become a good leader. He shows so much love to us, and people around him. I think, just feeding off him, he has great energy, man, and it's just been great, just being with him and watching him grow at that QB1 spot. It seems like he already been playing quarterback in the SEC for a long time. So, it's been great being around him.
Now, he's one of the surprise stories of this college football season. Is he a surprise to you guys, or did you know when he got that opportunity he was capable of accomplishing these things?
Yeah, we knew what he was capable of doing. We knew Lane Kiffin wasn't gonna throw him out there if he didn't trust him. So, we all believe in him, and he just stepped up to the occasion.
Yeah, I know it's a little bit different from last year to this year. Last year, at the end of the season, you guys had two losses. Now you only have one. You guys unfortunately lost that game down in the swamp that kept you out of the college football playoff. But now you got 3 games left in the season. You could almost taste the college football playoff. We know this program, that's where they want to go this season. Just what's the mindset entering the last 3 weeks of the regular season as you guys are trying to finish business this go around?
Man, we just got to stay locked in, man. We got to keep the main thing the main thing. We got to go out there this weekend. We got to handle business. We got to make a statement, and we got to show people why they don't want to come play Ole Miss, man.
And then also, I'm here in New York. Jackson Dart has done a heck of a job so far in his rookie season with the Giants. What was it like playing for Jackson Dart? Because, man, that guy's got a confidence and a swagger to him, and he'll be willing to run through a wall to try to go get a touchdown or try to go get a victory.
Oh yeah, Dart, man. I love Dart, man. Playing with him was great. Learning from him, a vet QB, a great QB. It was great, man. Seeing the toughness that he got, and how he carried himself and how he, was a leader to his team. It was great, man. And just watching him grow in the league, man, and still continue to do the things he did at Ole Miss, it's been great watching him, man.
Well, Dae'Quan, congrats on your success so far this season. Good luck the rest of the way. Good health, and appreciate you giving us a few minutes today.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, man.